So guys, muscle memory, changing your swing. For a lot of people out there, it's a very difficult thing to do. I'm going to take you through a fantastic video here where we're going to be looking at the different ways to change muscle memory, change your golf swing, and obviously the muscles don't have memory. We call it muscle memory. Well, what actually is muscle memory? Muscle memory, it's also called motor learning. Okay, and it's a memory that involves programming a specific motor task into memory through repetition, and this really decreases the need for attention, and that's a great thing in golf when we build something, when we program something, so that we can think of other things like the golf ball, your rhythm, your body, the different feelings that we have, rather than having a mind cluttered with a whole bunch of thoughts. So we're going to take you through in this video certain ways to get there a little bit faster, where we look at moving our body in a certain way in a certain time to really get in there and get these positions programmed so we don't need any attention on them. All right guys, let's get stuck into this video. But first off, what we need to do is make the correct motion, right? You have to imitate something to create it. So when you're getting in there and you're using mirrors, or if you're you're filming your swing, you have to make sure that you're creating the desired motion that you really need. And at times, we need to exaggerate this. And I think it was Sean Foley that used that fantastic term, exaggeration management, which is really just getting in there and doing a little bit extra, or making sure at least that the position that you're trying to bring into your game or maintain is perfect, or it's exaggerated. Now, when we make a movement, let's say we're looking at the backswing position. Now, I've had a couple of hip operations, so a lot of people don't know that I've had 2 hip replacements. A little bit unfortunate there a few years ago, not through golf, just through the way it is, and I had to rebuild my swing a couple of times, and it's been difficult at certain times, but to get in there and make a nice, strong, fluent motion it's very pleasurable, making improvements. I'm going to take you through some of the things. I've taught thousands of people and assisted people all around the world in moving their swings and changing their swings. Now, when we make a movement, let's say we're working on something on the backswing, no matter what it is, we just say we're working on the pivot, or we're working on turn or something. When you make a movement, okay, and you make the next movement, if you hit a golf ball then within a few seconds, it's estimated that we're retaining 60 to 80% of around that feel of that last movement. Now, this makes sense when you're hitting balls. Let's say we're working on something into the backswing, where you might be trying to get your left hip down, your right to extend, and then you've got that feeling there. And then you go in and you give it a hit, and you get into your reps. What Butch Harmon practice swings, Butch Harmon, Tiger Woods, back then were doing hundreds and hundreds and hundred pat swings, and Tiger Woods, he could literally not lift the club up anymore. Guys, you have to imitate something if you want it to change, imitate to create. You're just seeing, unfortunately, too many people that they're practicing the mistakes. Even when I'm doing a lesson, I'll take them back in. I say, no. More, do it more, exaggerate. It won't change if you keep doing the same movement. So once again, just a couple of swings beforehand, and then giving it a hit. Now, it might be on your through swing. It might be something where you're simply trying to get that knee to get to the finish line, and you're doing that a couple of times, and then you're trying to feel that move, and then you're getting in there and you're giving then the shot a hit from there, trying to get that swing to move the way and feel it the way you want. Plenty of practice swings. I'm just suggesting that you're doing 2 movements over the ball, next to the ball, get in there and give it a hit. 2 movements, exaggerate. Now, film it with your mobile phones, right? That's a great way. If you film the practice swing, let's say you can't get the movement that you want with the ball, film it with your mobile phone and play it back as you're sitting at home. Watch it over and over. That will fire the nervous system anyway. Now, they've done so many tests on this. If you can't sleep, think of your swing. If you're on the couch, or if you're driving your car, think of a specific motion, movement in your swing, and that will fire the nervous system. And this is encouraging change. Some of the most important things to look at. Slow motion movements are also fantastic when you're looking at moving the body in certain positions and holding positions. This is something that I've found when I've been looking at stationary positional training, I like to call it, where you might be looking at moving through the ball and working on your hands and your wrists and looking down at them and seeing them, see the motion, feel the motion, looking at the club head, looking at the knee, looking at the elbow, working on your pivot, getting up into your finish position and just simply holding the finish position, squeezing your knees together, whatever it may be, holding positions, heaps of practice swings and moving a little quicker. And once you've hit, I may say moving a little quicker into the ball after the motion. I wanted to finish my sentence there. But really, when you're looking at heaps of practice swings, have a break after 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Give yourself a chance. It's hard work. You probably should be, sweating a little bit if you're working hard, because it's this type of concentration that really does make change.
World Class Golf Instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction.
Guys, let's have a look now at another form of visual training that we can use to help speed up the process of muscle memory and changing and programming your swing.
So guys, right, we retain 90% of what we see, hear and do. Learning visually has remarkable power when we're working on our golf swing, maintaining or making changes, making or creating muscle memory. Now what I've got here is the V1 double camera system. I guess everybody doesn't have the opportunity to have this, but these lines that I've drawn, I'm looking actually down into this screen here. Right, that's on the ground. You can probably see the screen there. And I'm just making some movements for my pivot, as I have a few issues with that, especially after the operations that I've had. And I'm just trying to create this motion, but the feeling that you get at the same time while looking into something is really remarkable. So I'm suggesting that you're getting in there and you're filming your swings as often as you can with your mobile phones, and something that we've been showing a lot of people on worldclassgolf.com. And this is really to exaggerate some of these positions and create that immediate feedback. Guys, I'll just talk you through something, because when you're first making change, you're creating like a new neural pathway, but at the start it's weak. The movements are awkward and they're very, very clumsy. But every time you reuse this pathway, it gets stronger, and as they say, more neurons join, and this wimpy string of neurons becomes in time a new neural highway. And this is, of course, is when the movement can be formed strictly on a subconscious level. And this is how we make change. So on World Class Golf, we have worldclassgolf.com, we have a series on muscle memory, and we get into it in more detail, obviously, than just one little video here. But yeah, very interesting area, guys. Online lessons, Craig Hanson, golf.com. I'm helping so many people around the world, and it's just been an absolute pleasure. And guys, leave your comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, plenty of videos coming your way. I hope you really get something out of this video and it helps you move into the right direction. And I appreciate your time. Thanks very much.